Welcome to Confidently Visible, the podcast that helps you move through visibility blocks, including fear, resistance, and overwhelm to share life-changing work with the world and grow your business and attract more beautifully aligned clients that rave about your work. I'm your host, Beck Sands, a visibility mentor, a certified life coach, and an award-winning PR consultant based in sunny Newcastle, Australia. Let me guide you on how to show up as your unique self, to share your incredible work, and to grow your audience with more consistency, ease, and flow. Whether you are a consultant, an entrepreneur, a CEO, a coach, or a creative, this is the space to unlock your uniqueness, to grow your audience, and to make a bigger impact, all while feeling good about being seen. The world needs to hear your message. So let's get started. I am interrupting this podcast episode to share that we have started a waitlist for our upcoming Confidently Visible speakers training sessions that we'll be hosting in Newcastle. Now, at these sessions, we are going to support you to become confidently visible and to hone and refine your presentation style so that you can become the absolute best speaker that you can be and have so much more fun increasing your visibility and building your personal brand, whether you're in a career or business, and growing your profile to attract more beautifully aligned clients and opportunities. So in the speakers training, we will be helping you to increase your visibility to grow a thriving career or business, show potential clients and employers how good you are at speaking, to share your personal brand and expertise through effective presentation, and to support your journey to become a thought leader in your field. If you would like to find out more about when the next speakers training will be held, make sure that you jump on over to becksands.com/speaker training. That's becksands.com/speaker training to jump on the waitlist, and we'll share more details with you then. Now let's get back to the episode. Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Confidently Visible podcast. It's so wonderful to be here with you, whether you are walking or driving or anywhere with your headphones on and me in your ears. It's so lovely to be here with you and connect with you in this way. Today, I'm going to be chatting through all things reflection and why it is so important to look back at how far you've come. And I feel like this is the perfect time. We have just ticked over the new financial year. We're now in FY26, and whether or not you achieved everything that you wanted in FY25, it doesn't matter because we've got a clean slate. It's a new year, and you have the opportunity now to achieve everything you want to achieve. But the best foundation to do that is to come from a place of genuine appreciation for yourself and how far you've come and all of the things that you've achieved. And that doesn't just include the financial goals in business or, in your career as well. It also includes the growth that you've achieved. It also includes the personal milestones that you have been able to hit. It also includes the new habits, the new healthier habits that you've implemented, whether, in your business or in your life. So today's episode is going to be a little bit of a reflection and a celebration of how far you've come. So what we're going to chat through in this episode is why reflecting on your achievements is crucial to staying on the path, how your business journey connects to your long-term life vision, what the universe teaches you through that non-linear progress that we all go through, the surprising gift that is truly hidden in visibility challenges, how to embody the confidently visible mindset, even when you're not feeling confident, and some journaling prompts as well to help you to reconnect to your wins and your inner strength. So like I said, we rarely take the time to really reflect on how far we've come in business. And one of the ways that I do this and that I recommend to my clients to do as well is to just keep a wins spreadsheet and keep that on, starred on your Google Chrome, or you can even just keep it in a Google Keep note or a document or anywhere that you can see and refer to quite regularly. And then on a daily or a weekly basis, whatever works for you, or whenever the wins happen, just pop in some of the wins that you've been able to achieve. Because particularly if you're having a bad day or a down day, you can then go back and reflect on that and go, oh, actually, I've achieved a lot this year, even though I'm not exactly where I wanted to be, or even if I haven't reached that target yet. You can still go back and reflect on all of the wins that have happened because, like I said, business is not linear. We never kind of go, okay, I want to achieve X, and then the path is just like that. It just doesn't work like that. There's always ebbs and flows and ups and downs. And what I know to be true is that your business will give you the challenges that you need to grow into your highest self. Okay, so your business will give you the challenges that you need to grow into your highest self and that highest version of yourself. And so just know that if you're facing some challenges or problems right now, then those are the problems that are going to get you to the next set of problems. They're the challenges that are going to help you grow into the next version of yourself that can hold the level of success that you need to achieve your goals. So they're probably uniquely placed just for you. And I think when we can kind of accept that and really trust that the universe is doing everything in our favor, we can kind of relax into it a little bit more, knowing that, those mindset edges are helping us to grow into that next level version of ourselves. So business is, of course, quite a long journey. A career as well is quite a long journey. And so when you reflect on your wins and when you keep track of your wins, it will help you to keep that momentum even when everything's not happening right now. So often we kind of want those really quick wins. We are so used to instant gratification through social media, through being able to order anything online immediately. And business and career, it's long term. We don't often get those quick hits or those quick wins. I mean, everything can change in an instant. It is true. And great things can happen at any moment. That is also true. But when you're building something that has really strong foundations, it's often a long journey, right? And so we want to be able to reconnect in with how far we've come on a regular basis, or at least at the end of the financial year and at the end of the calendar year, so that we can really look at what we've achieved and be in that place of gratitude and celebration for everything that we've achieved. So when I think about what I'm trying to achieve and when I support my clients to really work out what it is that they are wanting to achieve over the longer term, I like to look at that 5 to 10 year plan. Like, what does your life look like? What does your business look like in 5 or even 10 years from now? Because everything that you're putting into place now is the foundation for that ultimate vision that you're wanting to achieve. And it might not be that far away. It might only be, a few months from now, or it might only be 12 months from now. But I think if you can have that bigger picture in mind, it will help you to reverse engineer that so that you can look at the steps that you need to be taking on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, and so on and so forth, right? So when we're reverse engineering that bigger picture vision for what we want our life and our business to look like, we can be a little bit more patient rather than just focusing on the next launch, on the next client, on the next thing we're doing, because often that can feel really challenging in the moment, particularly if something doesn't work or doesn't have the desired outcome that you want right now. So when you're looking at that bigger picture, is it going to really matter, this challenge that you're facing right now? Is that really going to matter too much in 5 years if you're still taking those actions towards where you want to go to build that bigger picture vision? All right. So one of the biggest challenges that I had when starting out in my business is visibility. So I had that challenge when I was in my career as well. I sort of wanted to just keep my head down and I just wanted to do the work. And I didn't want to have to speak in front of people. I didn't want to have to do any of those stretchy kind of visibility things that you need to do to build a career. But I knew that in order to grow my career, that I would need to be more visible, that I would need to get up and be perceived as a thought leader in my space. And so I started just with some small things. So when I was in my career, I would, present around the company. I would, work my way up to presenting more at conferences and industry events. But I started out very small and it took years to get to those conferences, right? And then the same thing in business. So when I very first started out in business, it was a whole different kettle of fish, going from building a corporate profile with a brand behind me into my own business where it was just me. And I was the brand putting myself out there. And I was like so consumed by what everyone would think of me, or I was just obsessing over every single little piece of content that I put out. Like, is this going to offend anyone? Is this going to upset people? What are people going to think of this? Am I saying the right thing? Will my content resonate? And it was like that going around and around and around in circles, questioning every little thing that I did, right? And so what I did in my business was I just was like, okay, I need to really just get my voice and find my voice. And as I took the action, that is when I started to find my voice. That's when I really started to connect with my audience more. And that's when I really started to gain more confidence in putting myself out there, because I was also refining those skills of speaking, of doing live video, of doing podcast interviews, and so on and so forth. So I just started with doing a weekly live stream, and it took a couple of years into business to do this. So when I very first started, I would pre-record everything, and again, second guess all of that content that I was putting out there. And, it took me a while to work up to live video. So I totally get that hesitance if you're in that space where you're feeling like that reluctance to be putting yourself out there on live video. But doing live streams every Friday on Instagram and Facebook really supported me to find my voice as well as just speak off the cuff. And it really helped with that skill that I'm using today, which is just riffing on a podcast. Like, of course, I've got my podcast notes, and I've got an idea of what I'm wanting to say, but, I am just kind of talking to the camera. And that is a skill that is grown. It's not something that people are born with. People might be more inclined to want to be visible and put themselves out there than other people, but it is still a skill. Like, public speaking is a skill, and it can be developed, it can be honed and refined. And when reflecting on how far I've come in that area, I'm like, oh yeah, like I don't mind going live at all anymore. I love doing podcasts and connecting with my audience. I love to speak off the cuff, and I don't need to have all my notes scripted out and memorized or anything like that anymore. But I do remember the feeling of when I was starting out and I felt like, what if I say the wrong thing? What if people judge what I'm saying? Now I think about that less because I'm like just focused on connecting with my listener or connecting with my audience. And so I think that having this reflection as to how far I've come in that respect is so, so important to moving forward and doing bigger and bigger things. Because as you do more things and as you do them repeatedly and really hone and refine those skills, it will become easier and easier. And those skills can be taken into anything that I do, anything that you do as well. So as you grow and develop skills, know that you can take that into whatever it is that you do next. And so that is a huge win and a huge reflection and something that I'm so grateful that I did so that I can take those skills into everything that I'm doing next. So I really encourage you to have a think as well about how far have you come, this year, but also over the past, 5 years or, the past several years, so that you can really reflect on it's not just about hitting every single milestone that you're wanting to reach in your business right now. It's about honing and refining the skills as you go and becoming the person that can really hold that level of success to support your clients, to support yourself when you are holding higher levels of success in business. And all of these wins, all of these achievements are refining you as a person. So being able to get over those visibility challenges and to move through some of those challenges has been such a gift for me and something that I reflect on as a huge win and something that I will take into everything moving forward. Now, the confidently visible mindset is not about feeling confident all of the time because that's just not even possible. Like there are things that happen in life that can shake our confidence. Confidence is really what I think of as an emotional state. However, when I refer to the confidently visible mindset, what I'm referring to is knowing that you've got the tools to show up and be confidently visible no matter what. You've got the skills and the self-belief as well so that you can show up for your clients, show up for your business, show up for your career, whatever that looks like for you, and just know that you've got what it takes no matter what. And so this is something that does need to be worked at every day. It does need to be practiced. It's a mindset that does need to be approached from many different angles because so many things in our lives can impact on a day-to-day basis how we're feeling and our confidence. But if you know that you've got the tools and the knowledge and the strength and the courage to be able to show up and be visible no matter what, then you've got the confidently visible mindset. So now I want to give you a little bit of a journaling prompt so that you can start to reflect on how far you've come, as well as some of the wins that you have been able to achieve in your business, your career, your life, your visibility journey. So the first journaling prompt is, what are 20 of your biggest achievements to date? Now, this could look like anything in your business or your career or your life, but what are those biggest achievements? And I want you to write down 20. You can keep going if you want. I know there's so many, but there's got to be at least 20 big ones that you can think of just off the cuff that you have achieved in your life. So is it launching that business? Is it getting promoted in your career? Is it learning that skill? Is it doing the degree? Is it putting the work out there? Is it finishing the creative piece of work? Is it launching the blog? Is it going live? Is it doing the launch in your business? Is it landing that first paying online coaching client? What does that look like for you? So what are some of those wins? And taking the time to really reflect on these and feel into each one of these and how you felt in the moment. Because if you can do that, then you can do anything. If you can have those wins, you can do anything. Okay, now I want you to just write down what are 10 of the things that you had to overcome or move through in order to be able to achieve those big things. Okay, so think about, some mindset limitations that you may have had, like, no, I'll never be able to speak on stage, or I'll never be able to have my own business, or I don't have what it takes to put myself out there, or, some of those kind of mindset and limiting beliefs, things that come up for you. So what are 10 of those things that come up? Or it could even be, physically, like, what are some of those limitations? Has there been a health challenge that you've had to overcome? Or relationships in your life? Was there someone close to you that didn't believe in you or that detracted from what it is that you're trying to do? So just writing down 10 of those things that feel like have been obstacles for you on your journey, and really feeling into those and how proud you are that you were able to overcome that and move through and put your incredible work out there, or, grow the career or grow the business or grow your visibility. So how have you been able to move through those challenges and just really feeling into that? Okay, so like I said, one of my biggest challenges was doing the live streams and putting myself out there in that way. But at every new level of business, there are new challenges, and I wouldn't have been able to reach the next level of business if I hadn't have gone through those challenges, because I needed the skills and I needed the resilience in order to be able to get to that next level. So can you see how the universe works beautifully to give you the challenges that you need to get to the next step? So once you've done this journaling reflection, I'd love to know from you. Just send me a DM or pop it in the comments. But what is one of the biggest things that you're proud to have achieved? And what is one challenge that you've had to move through in order to be able to achieve that goal or achieve that skill or to get to where you are today? So I think this reflection, like I said, it's so important to start the new financial year with the grounding that you know that you've got what it takes to get to where you want to be in the next financial year, whether you're growing that career or whether you're growing that business, and whatever you're doing your visibility journey for. Like, what are you on that visibility path for? And you've got what it takes, and you've overcome so much in the past, and you have been able to achieve so many incredible things, and nothing is going to stop you from achieving everything you want in FY26. Thank you so much for listening into this episode. I hope you've really enjoyed it and got something out of it. And like I said, please DM me or just leave a comment and let me know what your challenge was and what you achieved. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for tuning in to Confidently Visible. I hope today's conversation inspired you to show up boldly, to share your unique gifts with courage, and to move through the visibility blocks that are holding you back. If you loved this episode, make sure that you're subscribed to the podcast, leave a rating and a review, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. And if you're ready to become confidently visible in your business, head over to becksands.com to join my email list and to connect on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Until next time, keep showing up as the amazing, unique you that the world needs.